Hello everybody, we're talking about the coordinate plane, and as I promised you, this would be a very brief video. We'll call this video the man inside the box, because you're not going to see me. So is it me or is it somebody else? Is it my son? Is it the Pope? Is it Elvis himself? I don't know. Let's take a look at some stuff. I want your task for this video to fill in what you know. A lot of what you've already received in the form of instruction or notes, you have so that you can fill this in. And as I said, this is a very brief SOL, very brief academic standard. So I want you to fill in the blanks. You see some blanks here and here for the axes. You see that there are a bunch of Q's here. I'm not sure why there are Q's here, but there's a Q here, and there's one right here. There's one right here as well, and there's one right here. I want you to tell me what those are, what they stand for, and what is their significance. There is, looks like a big, ugly 0 right there. Kind of wondering what that is as well. What would you call that? So fill those in, and take a pause for a second if you need to, if you want to do that. If you need to do some sketching, perfectly fine. And alrighty, the second part of this very brief video is for you to do the following. And this looks a little bit like work, but hey, this is very short work. You can pause at any time if you need to, but I would like you to graph these points. And by graphing these points, you will make a very important picture, and I want you to tell me what that picture is. And when you show me your notes, just tell me what you made with that, with those sets of ordered pair points, and that will be my way of knowing that you have completed this activity. You have seen these notes, and you have used your information to do something productive with your coordinate plane information. So I'm looking forward to seeing your pictures, and if you have any questions, obviously ask them. Let's talk about this. Let's learn how to graph points. And if you want to pause right now, you can do that. And if you are still listening, then I'm going to assume that you were here for a little bit of extra instruction. I'm going to give you a little hint as to how to plot the first couple of points, and I'll let you rock and roll with that after that. So I'm not going to label anything on the graph. That's your task. But let's take a look at some of this information here. I'm going to try to point this down here, and we'll see if we can do that. So we're a little bit sideways here. That's alright. No big deal. We'll do it like this. Okay. So the first point that you see in the list is -4, +4. And if you are going to plot -4, +4, I'm going to try to show the plane as you need to see it. Actually, I'll just pan this up. Your point is -4, +4, and since your -4 is your x number, you're going to be looking at the x-axis first. So we might do a little spoiler here, and if you can see that, that's going to be your x-axis. Okay, x-axis, and obviously if the other one is missing, we'll fill that one in as well. So you got a little extra information from me this time. If we're going to plot the point -4, +4, which is the first point right here, we're going to look at our origin. Our origin is the point where the two axes meet, and we start there. If I have a -4, then I'm going to travel to the left of 0 on this x-axis, this x number line. So I'll travel to -4, 1, 2, 3, -4, and by moving right here, I want to look at my other coordinate, which is +4, and I want to either move up or down as a result. Now if I think about my y-axis as my vertical axis, it's my up and down, almost looks like a thermometer, then +4 will tell me that I'm going to travel up 4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and where this point, or this line and this line are going to meet is where I would place my point. So my point is going to be -4, +4, and if I don't have a letter, then I'm going to label it as such. I know you didn't just see that. Sorry about that. I was more focused on the paper. But again, you're going to move 4 to the left and then 4 up. The directions have been provided to you already, and if you're thinking about your integers on a regular number line, you notice that negative integers are going to be to the left of 0 and positives are going to be to the right on the x-axis, and if you're looking at the y, think of it as a thermometer. Here's 0 degrees, above 0 and below 0. Okay, I want you to use that information to plot these points. If you need to pause, pause. Tell me what the picture is that you created. Hint, hint. It's a very positive thing. And I'm looking forward to seeing that in class. If you have any questions, let's talk about them in class. I'm looking forward to keeping that discussion going. Have a good day.